Peptides are everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
And if you're trying to figure out what's real, you've probably noticed something strange. The word peptides shows up in 3 completely different conversations. There's a doctor prescribing an FDA-approved medication. There are clinics offering supervised recovery protocols. And then there's some random person ordering freeze-dried powder from a website called Research Use Only. But online, all 3 can sound identical. So that's the problem.
But if you can't tell which conversation you're in, you can't judge the claim. You can't judge the risk. And you can't tell whether what's being offered is a real medical tool, a supervised experiment, or an unverified vial with a recycled lab report.
So the real question isn't, do peptides work? That's too simple. The better question is, what kind of peptide claim are you actually looking at? Is it a proven medicine, a supervised gray area, or an experiment being sold like a breakthrough? By the end of this video, you'll have a simple filter for knowing what to trust, what to question, and when to slow down. So before we get into what's worth trusting and what isn't, we need to get one thing straight about what peptides actually are. Because most of what you're seeing marketed right now starts from a misunderstanding of the biology. Get that wrong, and every claim you hear after this is going to be impossible to evaluate.
Peptides are short chains of amino acids. Your body uses some of them like messages, telling cells to start, stop, repair, release, or respond. But that doesn't make them magic, harmless, or simple. In simple terms, a peptide may act more like a signal than a bulldozer. But signals can still be powerful, and they can still come with risk.
Natural peptide signaling changes as we age, which is part of why peptide therapy is being marketed as a longevity tool. Ozempic and Mounjaro help change how people think about injectables. RFK Jr. was on Joe Rogan, and he commented how they help move peptides into the national wellness conversation. So now the average viewer is seeing glossy clinic ads, recovery claims, joint pain promises, and friends talking about the Wolverine stack.
The market moved fast. The biology didn't. But peptides aren't a new supplement category. They're a signaling system the body already runs. What's exploded recently is the market around them, not the science. So that gap between the market and the science is exactly what the rest of this video is built to close.
But not all peptides sit in the same place scientifically. And the mistake most people make right now is treating them like they do. So where a peptide sits on the evidence ladder changes every decision. Whether to take it seriously, who should be involved, and what risk you're actually taking on.
Tier 1 is proven medical use, peptide-based drugs with strong human data like GLP-1 medications. Tier 2 is supervised clinical gray area. Peptides sometimes used in clinics for recovery, sleep, or body composition, but not proven anti-aging tools. Tier 3 is the viral recovery world. Things like BPC 157 and TB 500, where the human data is thin and the marketing often moves faster than the proof.
The tier a peptide sits in tells you what you're actually buying. A tested medical tool, a supervised clinical option with real uncertainty attached, or an experiment being sold like a breakthrough.
But knowing the tier only gets you halfway there, because the regulatory situation around these peptides right now means that even something in tier 2 or tier 3 that's technically accessible, the question of what's actually in the vial and who's responsible if something goes wrong is a completely different problem. So that's what we need to look at next.
You know, tier 3 peptides are everywhere. A regulatory shift created the conditions for that. And understanding what actually happened is the only way to know what risk you're carrying right now.
In 2023, the FDA restricted a group of popular peptides from being made by compounding pharmacies because of safety and quality concerns, specifically the lack of strong human safety data. Demand didn't disappear, it just went underground. Some consumers turned to research use only websites selling freeze-dried powders, where quality, sterility, and dosing can be hard to verify.
Then in 2026, the FDA started reconsidering some of those restrictions. Every headline ran the same story: peptides are back. But reconsidering access is not the same as saying these are proven safe or effective. These peptides are still under review, and the rules, safety data, and formal oversight are still being sorted out.
Less restricted does not mean proven. Easier to access does not mean safe. And compounded does not mean FDA-approved for longevity. Until those reviews conclude, the consumer is carrying the safety burden, and most people don't know it.
The 2026 headlines celebrated a reopening. But what they didn't say is that the safety question quietly got handed to you while the regulators catch up. And that's worth knowing, because the move from here is to understand exactly what you're holding before anyone injects anything.
Because peptides may be the thing getting all the attention right now, but the bigger longevity question is this: which numbers actually tell you whether you're building a health span or just chasing the next shiny thing?
So now we have two problems. The science is uneven, and the rules are still catching up. But there's still a third problem that almost nobody talks about.
Most people are already researching peptides before they've looked at their own basic health numbers. That matters because the real question is not just, should I trust this peptide? It's, what should I know about my body before I even consider something like this?
Because if you don't know your baseline, everything starts to sound urgent. The vial sounds urgent, the protocol sounds urgent, the clinic pitch sounds urgent. And urgent is exactly how bad decisions get made. That doesn't mean advanced tools are always wrong. It means they should come after you understand what your body is already telling you. But first, let's talk about how to tell whether this is being handled like medicine or marketing.
So if the regulatory burden is sitting with you right now, the question becomes, how do you actually tell a rigorous medical operation from a marketing outfit dressed up to look like one? Most people have no idea this question even exists, and that's exactly what low-integrity clinics and sellers are counting on.
The right question is not, can I find a better peptide vendor online? That's the wrong game entirely. The right question is this being handled like medicine?
Is a licensed medical professional looking at your health history, your labs, and your actual risk profile before recommending anything? Is the peptide coming through a real pharmacy system, not an internet research file? Can they explain what testing exists for your exact batch, including purity, identity, and sterility? And does the lot number on your vial match the documentation they're showing you?
Because if they can't clearly connect what's in your hand to what was tested, that's not medical oversight. That's fulfillment dressed up like healthcare.
A legitimate clinic should be able to explain where the medication comes from, what pharmacy prepared it, and what testing exists for that exact batch. If the answer is vague, rushed, or hidden behind marketing language, slow down.
Confusion is not a trust signal. That question set is your filter. Because once someone is asking you to put something in your body, clarity is not a bonus, it's the minimum.
But knowing how to vet a clinic only matters if the peptide you're considering is actually the right move for where your body is right now. And that's the part most people skip entirely, because peptides are signals, and signals work best when the system receiving them is ready.
Before you add a signal, make sure that you're not using it to avoid the basics. If your sleep or food quality is poor, if you're inflamed and your health markers are already struggling, a peptide may not be the fix to the real problem.
Ask yourself 3 questions. First, what evidence tier is this peptide actually in? Tier 1, 2, or 3? Second, is a licensed medical professional supervising this based on your actual health history and labs? Third, can they show lot level testing for this exact batch through a real pharmacy system?
The emotional reality underneath all of this is simple. The marketing moved faster than the evidence. The demand moved faster than the regulation. And the gray market moved faster than most people's ability to protect themselves.
Most people aren't buying peptides. They're buying certainty. Certainty that they're not falling behind. Certainty that they found the thing everyone else is missing. Certainty that this vial, this clinic, or this protocol is the shortcut.
But certainty is exactly what this market doesn't have yet. And that doesn't mean peptides are worthless. It means that they have to earn your trust before they enter your body. The filter isn't complicated. Right evidence tier, real medical supervision, real pharmacy source. If one of those is missing, slow down.
Peptides may be the trend everyone is talking about right now, but they are not the foundation, because there are a few longevity metrics that matter whether you ever touch peptides or not.
They matter if you're just getting started, they matter if you're already tracking your health, and they matter even in the most extreme biohacker in the world. So the next question is simple. What are the key longevity metrics that are so important, even Brian Johnson can't ignore them? That's the question that we answer in this video right here.